Hello there, this is DBT and this Art of Rooms. And alright, it's time to play some Asphalt 9 in an auxiliary video. That's right, we're in auxiliary time again, meaning this is a video that I'm recording, whenever I'm recording it, but it's actually gonna be uploaded much later, or who knows, a week later, 2 weeks later, a month, who knows, based just on how much, this is the type of video that I upload, or actually I release if I don't have anything else to show in the channel. So yeah, that's the idea behind this. I'm recording this at the very end of the heatwave season, and that's why I'm driving my Volkswagen W12, which is a car that was supposed to be part of the European season, but since we skipped that season, they made it available through an Unleashed that was actually surprisingly easy to get. So I spent a couple thousand tokens and I was able to unlock it at 3 stars, so that's fantastic. I don't think I'll ever use this car, but now I have it, so there we go. Now, as you can see by the title, the actual objective of this video is to show you what did my, 40,000 tokens got me in these couple seasons. So, I don't know if you remember, but in older videos, I had a lot of tokens, and people were asking me like, hey DBT, what are you gonna do with your tokens? Are you gonna use it for the Venom, for the Mola, or whatever? And at the time I said that no, I wasn't going to. I was gonna focus on Lambos, and that's exactly what I did. And with those tokens, I was able to get the 3 Lambos in Class A that normally they would be pretty much impossible to get. And that is the Aventador SVJ, the SC18, which I got before, not necessarily in this season, but I did spend a lot in trying to take it to 5 stars, and finally my Lamborghini SC20, which if I remember correctly also took me like 10,000 or however many tokens I had to spend. So yeah, basically I spent all of my tokens in taking these cars to 5 stars. I could not get them to 6 stars, but hey, I got them as far as I could without literally breaking the bank. I did break the bank, but I did it in a calculated manner precisely so that I could get all 3 of them, and here we are. The latest one was the Aventador SVJ Roadster, and in fact this is the worst of the cars in my 3 cars list that we're gonna be doing multiplayer with, but it's fine. So I'm gonna skip all the loading and just jump into the race. If memory serves, I think I had something like 40,000 tokens, maybe 41, 42, something like that, and I had to spend something like 13,000 on the SC18. That was the first Lambo. Then I had to spend another 10, 12,000 in the SE20, and the last 20,000 that I had were used on this car, on the SVJ. And like I was saying, this is actually the worst of those 3 cars. It's actually, I would dare to say that it's probably the worst 6-star car in the game. It's not that it's a bad car, but for being 6 stars, it's not that good. So that is a bit annoying. But all things considered, I've said a million times that my objective in this game is not getting the best cars in the game. My objective in here is just to get Lambos. And actually, as is right now, with all of the Lambos... We're okay. With all of the Lambos that have been released... Oh shit, he's gonna pass me. There we go. And the sound kinda died for some reason. Of all of the Lambos that have been properly released, I got them all by now. At least at this point. Now, I said the thing about properly released because we're still missing the Lamborghini SCV12, which was a car that was supposed to be released in the Italian season. Unfortunately, they cut the Italian season in half and they skipped that Grand Prix, so I was not able to get the car, and nowadays we're just waiting to see if it'll ever come in some form. So I'm waiting for that, but other than that, every other Lambo in the game, every single other Lambo in the game, I have it. And that is exactly what I wanted to do. Now, that's not to say that I'm gonna be able to keep this up forever and ever and always have all the Lambos. I got lucky in a way that I managed to have them over here at this point, but later we'll see what happens. In the Raging Bullshit season that is gonna happen in about a year from when I'm recording this, 5 new Lambos are gonna come, and I'm gonna save all of my tokens to try to get them, but there's no promises made. And this race was actually kinda easy, look at that. The highest rank was the Aston Martin Vantage. Oh, and the Apex, but both are Class B. So even though they're at a higher rank, they're actually, I think, a bit slower than my car over here. But it's fine, it's just a matter of the matchmaking, because I was in low Platinum League. So yeah, I'm gonna be skipping a lot of the loading. I think I wanna do something like 3-4 races with each one of the cars just to show them in action, because hell yeah, this whole video is just to show what my tokens were used on. Oh, and I love it. This is gonna be two Aventador Super Veloce versus my Aventador Super Veloce Jota. It's curious and actually kind of nice in a way that Gameloft did keep this. The fact that the Aventador SV, it's actually faster than the Aventador SVJ, regardless of the rank at which I have it. Oh no, I fucked it up. I hate when that happens. The Aventador Jota, well, SVJ, I should call it, because the J is a different car. The Aventador SVJ is a track-focused version. Basically, the Aventador was the Aventador. Then the SV was the sportier, somewhat track-oriented version of the Aventador, and the SVJ is the even more track-focused. And the more track-focused they are, the slower the cars tend to be, but the more agile they are in real life. So it's kind of nice to see that Gameloft did keep that in this game, where this car, even though it's when maxed out, it has a higher rank than the regular SV, but it is slower. And yet, because of how this game is set up, which I do like, the fact that it's a bit slower doesn't mean that it's a worse car. In fact, you know, the fact that it's more agile, if anything, gives it quite the advantage in many situations. And that is something that I absolutely like about this game. I'm passing this Aventador. So who's on first place? Probably the other Super Veloce, right? Oh no! He wrecked! He wrecked! Oh my god, first place! Absolutely beautiful and totally deserved. Yeah, alright, look at that. That Bring Mitch won the last place, the SV. Alright, I'll take it. And look, well, except for that Volkswagen W12, everybody was at a higher rank. Well, not. The second place was even at a lower rank, but still, my point remains the same. Even with a lower speed, the car can still be very competitive. Okay, now this race actually is against some more Class A cars, so this is where it's gonna be a good test of my car. But again, I never fooled myself into thinking that this was gonna be an amazing car to invest my 20,000 tokens. But the reality is that this car is surprisingly rare. And I know this obviously because I played the global version. Once the Unleashed happens, the car was never ever made available until the Drive Syndicate of summer. Which again, like I said, is gonna take 1 year from the moment that I'm recording this for it to happen. A little under a year, but still. So it's a very, very, very exclusive car. And granted, there's a lot of cars that are very, very, very exclusive in this game. So I'm not saying like, oh my god, this is so special compared to anything else. But at least I'll say that it's more unique. Oh, he tried the 360. Ha! Good attempt, buddy. Good attempt. At least compared to the SC18 and the SC20, this is more rare. The SC20 has been made available twice, I believe. The SC18 3 times, maybe. The SCV12 also, I believe, 3 times. Even though right now I don't have it because of what I mentioned earlier, but so yeah, comparatively speaking, this car, the SVJ, is much more rare, which is why I knew I wanted to take the opportunity to take it as high as I could. All right, so that McLaren that tried to knock me down ended up in 3rd place because of trying to be a dirty player. How about that? All right, well, that's just called karma. It's just karma. Oh yeah, I hope I get to those 100 tokens. That would be dope. I don't know if I did show it or not, but anyway, these are the stats. As you can see, I haven't fully upgraded the top speed. And I still have a bunch of epic import parts that I was able to get through during the event. But yeah, the top speed is not fantastic compared even to the regular SV, like I was saying, and a bunch of other Class A cars, but this is a more agile car, and I like it for it, so yeah, there we go. I just wanted to show that in case I didn't show it at the beginning of the video. Alright. So Class B, Class A, but obviously I am racing also against top Class B. Not top, but pretty high Class B, like the... Well, technically the Corvette Grand Sport is not top Class B, but it's so goddamn useful. So I consider it top Class B. I didn't send my thumbs up. I don't know if I did, but I'm sending it. I hope it doesn't sound like... Oh boy, oh boy. Alright, well played, man, well played. See, racing clean, no need to knock down. If you're gonna beat me, beat me. If I'm gonna beat you, I'll beat you, but that's it. No knockdowns needed. It's just a matter of... See, I get why he used the shockwave over there. He was trying to defend. He didn't know if I was gonna try something fishy. I didn't. So there we go. I just passed them clean. And now I'm far ahead because reasons. Hell yeah. So I'm telling you, this car is not fantastic, but it's not bad at all. It can definitely give you some W's, even if you only have it at 5 stars and you haven't finished upgrading it as high as you can. It's still pretty good. Still pretty good, so there we go. Just wanted to show that one off a little bit because why the hell not? Did beat the Corvette Grand Sport, a Viper GTS, and La Ferrari Aperta. What happened with that Aperta? I would have thought that would have beat us all, but hey, you know, I'll take it. I'll take it. So that was the most expensive, really, of the cars that I got. But there we go. Now let's move to the next one, which is gonna be my absolute beaut of... I'm gonna use the SE20 first. No, I'll use the SE18. Fuck it. I actually like this car more than the SE20, both in the look department and also in the performance, because this has better nitro, although the SE20 does have pretty good handling, but hey. And for the record, all of these are sequential races. I'm not handpicking any race. You know that I like doing as little editing on the videos as possible. So yeah, not selecting races or anything. Just whatever happens, happens. Just happens right now that I have been getting lucky and getting some first places. I may have to do a little bit of ranking down at some point, maybe during this video or outside of it. Because that is one thing that I do need to do from time to time. Because I've talked about this to no end, but hey, it's worth mentioning again because it's always been a problem. That once you get to a high enough league and you start racing, there's less and less people to race with because you are so good players. I mean, not really, but whatever. There's not a lot of people to race with. And if there's not a lot of people to race with, then even if you finish in first place, you get less score for the milestones of the multiplayer milestone thingy. So, you know, it's in your best interest if you're grinding for some of those multiplayer exclusive blueprints and all of that, or the tokens that I'm aiming for. You want to get as much score as possible. So at some point you do need to end up ranking down purposely. Losing a bunch of races in a row or quitting them, it's the easier way. Just so that you end up in a lower rank where there's going to be more people racing at the same time. And thus you can get more points per race. You know, considering the fuel limitations and all, yeah, you want to maximize the fuel for your car in order to get as many points as you can. And I'm not talking about this score, the rating. Obviously, I'm talking about this one, the score. So over here for first place, I got 110 points. But if I was racing just against one single person, that would be 20 points. So imagine you don't have the Legend Pass, so you only have 3 goddamn fuel points for your car. You join the race and you find that you're only racing against one person, and even though you're aiming to get some extra milestones for multiplayer, you win the race and you get 20 points from that. Like, really? So yeah, that's why you want to rank down in that situation. Alright, quite a variety of cars in this race. Let's see if by any chance I can edge it out. This is at 5-star the car, 5 out of 6, but it's still a pretty damn good car nonetheless. Oh, did he just try to 360 me? I think he did. The Porsche 918 is faster than this car, if I remember correctly. But I might still be able to edge it out if I drive okay. In fact, now that I think about it, the 918, it's like this car, just in general. Good nitro, good speed. Only that's a 5-star car, and as such it has 1 more fuel point, so instead of 3 it has 4. So that's already in a way better, but hey. Take it easy, buddy. Oh, really? Alright, it's one of... Whoa! What the fuck was that? Did he lag out and then he teleported right over? Oh, Jesus. Earlier today, and this will date a little bit. AZ, if you ever watch this video, you will know when this was recorded. But earlier today, I was precisely having a discussion in... Oh, there's my 100 tokens. Thank you. A discussion on how Asphalt 9 has less connection issues. And I would agree, except that on Switch, that's not the case. The Switch connection is always so feeble, so strange that you end up getting this weird situation, but it's fine. It's fine. I don't care about a third place in spite of weird teleporting issues. Fine. And we got an airplane. No, what I was gonna say is that we got 3 Aventador J's. Interesting. I don't like the Aventador J in general. I've said it a million times. I don't like roofless. I don't like windshieldless cars. So the Aventador J and the SE20 are not my favorites by any means. But you know, it's actually a pretty good Class A car. Sort of the free ones in this game. Granted, it takes you forever to grind to get it. But anyway. And just because of that, I kind of have been liking it a little bit. Maybe not visually, but the performance of that car is actually pretty good. It's now just been overshadowed by my other Class A Lambos that I have. Because normally the 2 Lambos that you would get as a free-to-play player, not spending a gajillion tokens, would be the Aventador Super Veloce, and then the better Lambo would be the Aventador J. It is a much better performer than the Super Veloce. But once you get this, for example, or the SE20, well, those actually supersede the Aventador J. I'm not sure if the Aventador SVJ is better than the J, but, you know, that's to be debated. I really don't know. Probably they're around the same, if you take that car to 6 stars, that is. Oh, wow, I'm getting finally close to the ZR1 blueprints. Jesus Christ, this has happened so little. So that's kind of nice to see. Oh boy, okay, we got to that point where there's less players, and now I'm getting matched also against Class S cars, like that Zenvo and that Venom. So I don't imagine this is gonna be very good for me, but we'll try nonetheless. I might just be able to at least beat that P1. Is that a P1 in front of me? I think so. But yeah, I don't know what is the Zenvo top speed, but I know that that Venom is absolutely gonna suddenly just pass all of us. Whoa, I'm last place. Was that really a P1? Because he's doing pretty damn good. Oh, hello. Hello, we got 2 ring outs or wrecks, or I don't know what the hell those were. But now I'm second place, and I didn't mean to do that. I mean, totally intended. Of course that was intended. Why, you think I'm a noob or something? I would make such mistake. Now here's another problem. A long straight, and you know who benefits from long straights? Fast cars. So, not sure that I'm gonna be able to keep this second place. No! Well, rip. That was that. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Man, is that McLaren seriously gonna beat me? I think. Man, I feel ashamed. I feel the shame. I officially suck. Alright, what the fuck? Man, yeah, look at that P1. Well done, Parnassa, well done. And the Zenvo actually won in spite of the fact that that Venom is... I don't know if that's the maximum rank of the Venom, but man, look at that. So, Jesus. Well, 10 points, yay. Now, by losing that race, I did lose a little bit of my ranking, so I get pushed a little bit lower in the in the matchmaking, so hopefully I get matched against better suited opponents rather than Class S. Because man, seriously, the jump from any class, from Class D to Class C, from Class C to Class B, and from Class B to Class A, yeah, the cars in the next class are faster, obviously. But in no jump of classes, in no difference of classes, the jump of speed is as crazy as it's the case for Class A to Class S. Like, seriously. In Class A, I mean, I don't know, because I don't know all of the Class A cars at its maximum ranks and all of that. But in Class A, I would imagine the maximum speed that you can get, the fastest cars, it's somewhere like in 390 something, maybe very close to 400 kilometers an hour. But then when you look at Class S, there's a couple that are not that fast. Oh boy. But you have a lot of them that are well over 400 kilometers an hour, and then you have the stupid crazy that goes at around 500. So the jump on speed is absolutely insane. Yeah, the Class S was able to catch up because the Lycan Hypersport, if I remember correctly, has precisely the speed of over 400. So there you go. I did beat everybody else, even the Valhalla. How about that? Wait a second. Yeah, the Valhalla is one of the kings of Class A, isn't it? Cool. I'll take it. Oh, we're getting close. All right. So that was the SC 18, which, by the way, I believe this is the only game, period, that has this car. No other game has it. Not even Asphalt 8. And I looked around and it seems that really this is legit the only game that has it. So that's kind of curious. Now let's use my SE20. Now here's the thing. This is a bit faster. It has worse nitro. I haven't finished upgrading it. So I don't imagine it's going to perform fantastic, but we're going to try nonetheless and see what kind of damage it can do. All right. And there's a Class S and his name is Legendary Asphalt. I like that name. Kind of creative. And he's driving the Trio Nemesis, which a really fast car. It's what people call the poor man's Jesko. Because it's that same type of car, like super high top speed, obviously not as high as the Jesko, but really damn high, like 440 or something. And strange handling, very agile in the drifts. So yeah, it's a poor man's Jesko. I'm not gonna say that it's an easy car to drive though. Oh no, I didn't mean to come here. Ah, fuck me. God damn it, I messed up the route. Oh well, at least I'm gonna be left alone. At least to me, it's kind of a difficult car to drive because you need to know where and how to keep your speed, where to do the drift. I think it's also good for floaties, but I have no knowledge on how to properly use floaties, so I cannot attest to its floaty capabilities. But I believe that the Tryon, excuse me, I always keep on saying it wrong. I believe that the Tryon Nemesis is the best free car that you can get in this game. And by free, I mean a lot of cars are technically free in the sense that so long as you have enough tokens, you can get them, right? You don't necessarily need to pay money for them. But at the same time, you can only grind so many tokens and, you know. So by free, I just in general mean a car that you can get where you don't need to spend stupid amounts of tokens in order to get. Instead, it's a car that through progression you can get. And yeah, I believe that the Tryon Nemesis is precisely that case. All right, this race was absolute bullshit. And the Tryon Nemesis actually ended up in last place. How about that? But yeah, I messed up the route, so this doesn't tell me anything about the performance of the car, and I got 20 points. Yay! And we got 3 Lambos in this race, me included. We got an SV, an Aventador SV, and a Huracan. So let's see. Let's see if my Class A 6-star Lambo that is only 5-star can put up a good fight against that Huracan. Because granted, the Huracan is Class B, but it's... let's face it, it's one of the best Class B cars, so... I would say that it's one of the best Class B cars just based on the availability. As I was saying, cars of progression. That... oh my fucking god, what am I doing? Alright, sorry, I'm quitting that one. Fuck it. You see what I was saying? That I don't pick races. When shit happens, you still watch it. So there you go. Now there's again a bunch of Lambos here. There's also an SV, a Huracan, and an Aventador J. So no pressure, SE20, no pressure. We just have to demonstrate that we are the best Lambo. At least in this race. Of course, that is contingent on if no random bullshit happens during the race, which is, as always, very, very possible. Oh shit, sorry buddy, did not mean to knock you down. Oh boy. See what I was saying about the random shit? Alright, first place so far. No, Jesus. I fucking hate that helicopter. You know that meme of I fear no man, but that thing scares me? Yeah, that's that helicopter. Fucking helicopter, man. And we got a first place, beating every other Lambo in the race. Class A or Class B, doesn't matter. I beat them. Aventador J in second, the SV in third, and the Evo at 7. Damn. Alright, well, shit happens. Yes! Finally! Holy shit. I'm still so far from even unlocking the car. I think I have under 30. Oh, 30 exactly. So 10 more seasons, guys. 10 more seasons and maybe I'll be able to just unlock it. Jesus Christ, I tell you, this is such a pain in the ass. And the worst part is that it's not even a great car. That's what sucks even more. I know that the Zenvo, which is the Class S car that you can also grind for, it is a good car. Not amazing, but good. But that ZR1, whatever, it's fine. So obviously, I do take some pride on winning some races with my Lambos. You know, it's good to see that. I mean, it's not a surprise to me. I knew that the SC20 and the SC18 were pretty alright cars in Class A. Like, I'm never gonna get a Valhalla, I'm never gonna get an Imola, I'm never gonna get any of those, because as I was saying earlier, you can only grind for so many tokens, you know? So even though I am a premium player in the sense that I pay for the Legend Pass and all of that, I am not a straight up whale. I only spend as little as possible, so I'm never buying tokens or anything like that. So I really can only save so many tokens before I need to spend them in a Lambo. And honestly, if I'm giving the option between spending on a Lambo or spending it in some other car just because it performs really good, I'd rather spend it on a Lambo, because over time I'd rather... Are you for real? Are you for real? I fucking hate that car. Jesus. Oh, there goes my first place. Yeah, I'd much rather be driving my Lambos, even if they're not fantastic, than to be driving a car that I just don't like. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh, stolen! I mean, I guess it's stolen back because the first place was mine before that other car just wrecked me. But here we are. Yeah, I literally stole it last second from that Aperta. I'll take it. I'll take it. Fuck it. All right, some decent points. We'll see if we manage to get to that pack. Oh boy. You see the problem? Chiron, Jesko, Venom. Is that a... what the hell is that? Is that a remake? Remats, excuse me. So... this is what I was saying, that, you know, there comes a point where you need to start purposely losing some races. So my next objective is at 12... well, almost at 1400, so that makes me almost 400 points to get there. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it in this video. But by just quitting that race, I lost a bunch of points, so maybe I'll have a slightly better matchmaking. It's just that, come on, against those cars, I might be the best driver in the world, but come on. There's only so much you can do. And yeah, let's just do a little bit of skipping around. Alright, we got a slightly better, only one Class S, and it's a Trion Nemesis. Or was it a Fenner? I don't remember. Whatever it was. We'll see. Maybe if I'm lucky enough, I can get second place. And look, I'm not trying to just show races where I win, or just not record or put in the record. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Put in the record races where I win. I'm not that kind of person trying to inflate my numbers by quitting races that I'm gonna lose just so that they technically don't count. No, but my objective, like, oh Jesus Christ, like I was saying, my objective is the milestones, and for that, well, you gotta maximize the value of your fuel, your time, and all of that good stuff. So instead of doing that race where I was gonna get no points and waste a minute and some, I'd rather, you know, just quit it, lose a little bit of rank, and get matched against players where I can do a little bit better. And as you see, I'm not gonna win this race, especially if that car keeps on pushing me. But you know, at least this is a bit more of a fair race, so I'm okay with that. The question is, can I steal that fourth place? I don't think so. We're pretty close to finishing the race. A man can dream, but dreams don't always become true, and this wasn't one of those, so that's okay. That's okay. I'll live with fifth place, whatever. Look how much I care. Like, how many points do I get from that? Like 20? 40 maybe? 20. Yeah, because I only beat one person. And see, this is the problem, what I was saying. If you were in a duel, you're only gonna get 20 points, so that's not fantastic. Alright, let me do another race with this. Oh shit, that's the last point of fuel that I have for this car. Yeah, because I quit 2 races, didn't I? So yeah, this is precisely why I buy the Legend Pass. Obviously, the Legend Pass does have some other benefits, you know, like the extra reputation points and the additional trade coins and the tokens and the guaranteed car. except in the case of the Raging Bullshit, but that's in the future. You know, all of that stuff, and that is all good and dandy, but the main reason for me to get it, well, let's be fair. It is for two reasons. A, the car that is guaranteed for you to get, and B, for the fuel. Because, man, imagine, at least I'm able to do a bunch of races over here. But had I, Jesus Christ, had I not have the Legend Pass, this video would have been much, much shorter, because I could have only do 3 races with each one of my 6-star cars, that is not at 6 stars, but you know what I'm saying. 3 races, and that's that, and be like, well, there we go, those were my cars. I hope you enjoy those races, and God forbids I get a crash or one of those bullshit races or whatever. Yep, that's it. 1/3 of your fuel loss right then and there. So yeah, the fuel does matter to me, and look, I've always said that I perfectly understand that this is a problem that GameLove created to sell you the solution. They make cars with very little fuel so that you are compelled to buy the thing that allows you to use your cars more, because otherwise you're restricted to that arbitrary fuel number that GameLove decided to give to the cars. So I get that, I'm not being fooled in that sense, but man. Alright, so I'm not gonna be able to get to this if we just keep on recording each race. So I'm gonna pause and I'll resume once I get to that platinum pack, just as it is within this video, because I want to see, I want it to be recorded. What kind of luck am I gonna get from that pack? So I'll be back in a few races. All right, there we go. Jesus. Okay, so I got, that should be more than enough for me to get the last thing that I'm looking for. Hell yeah, there we go. So you ready to see what my lady luck is gonna say that I got? For the love of God, please be something useful, and before it's Targa. All right, well, you know, I'll take it. That means that I'm only 5 blueprints away from taking that car to 5 stars. And that will be that. Granted, I think I would have still preferred to get some ZR1 blueprints, but hey, you know what? I'll take it. Now, from this point onward, I really think I'm not gonna continue playing multiplayer, because 100,000 credits is not that much. 200,000, nice and all. But the important thing would be over here for the tokens. But 22,000, almost 23,000. That's just something I'm not gonna be able to achieve in the 1 day, 15 hours left in the season. So that's pretty much where I stop playing multiplayer, but at least I have officially tested my, what is it, like 45,000 tokens worth of cars, something like that. I don't know. I'm glad, I'm happy, and you know, with the choices that I made in order to get those 3 cars. I like them, and I'll continue to use them, and in fact I think they're amongst my best Class A cars, so in the end that's a pretty good thing. But anyway, that's where I'm gonna leave it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this auxiliary video. Again, this is probably gonna be released at a very odd time whenever I don't have anything else to upload, but still, I appreciate you for watching it. If you liked it, you know what to do. Hit the like button, leave me a comment telling me where are we in the, I mean, I know you're in the future, but what part of the future are we on? I don't know, maybe it's a completely different timeline at this point. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.